Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We have seen mantra 3, Jagrita Sthano Vaishpradnyaha Saptangaha Ekonvinchati Mukhaha Sulabhuk Vaishwanaraha Prathama Padaha. This we have seen. Now what we have seen, who cares? In the fourth mantra we were told, Swapnasthanaha Antapradnyaha Saptangaha Ekonvinchati Mukhaha Pravivikta Bhuk Tejasaha Dvitiya Padaha. So this thing we have to first remember, Pada means a step. We are going step by step. So first we are at the gross body level, leading a life taking this world as real. Therefore, Vaishpradnyaha. Pradnya, knowledge, our knowership is extrovert, Vaishpradnya. Thereafter we come to the second step, Swapnasthanaha Antapradnyaha. Now whenever we are leading our day-to-day life, there are two ways that we interact with the world. One way is we are not interacting with a view to create any impressions on our mind because we do not interact very strongly, casual interaction. Like when we have come here to this beautiful place from our home, so many things we have seen on the way, we don't remember all of them because we have not reacted. But there is something, suppose something happened, we give attention to some advertisement, some car, some driving, then that impression is formed. So whenever we are interacting Vaishpradnya in the waking world, in this intense manner, impressions are formed on the mind. Now these impressions become the object of knowledge for the dreamer. See? Therefore, Swapnasthanaha Antapradnyaha. These in the place of the dreamer, Swapnasthanaha, where he is living, Antapradnya. He doesn't require anything external. Therefore, Tan Manas Tatha Sanskritam Chitrita Iva Pataha Bhaya Sadhana Apeksham Avidya Kama Karma Vihi Preyamanam Jagadvat Avabhasate Jagratvat Avabhasate. Because he has intensely reacted in this world, therefore impressions are formed, and in the dream state, external objects are not available, but their impressions are available on the mind. Now these impressions become the object of knowledge. Therefore, Antapradnya. About this I will tell you one of my experience. That experience gave me Eureka experience. See, you can do it now here. You can look at, I'll tell you what happened to me, then you can do it. It's not difficult. I was in England and we are driving from Heathrow to Wales, maybe about 4 hours drive. So my friend, his mother called. He said, you will be driving 4-5 hours, reach there at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock at night, then tomorrow morning again your classes start. So why don't you break journey at home and go tomorrow morning? So he asked me, Swamiji, this is what my mom says. I said, I have no problem. So we went there. And if you want to see a neat, clean, best, perfect house, see a Britisher's house. They are very well organized. So a nice bed was there, nearby a table, some books, glass of water, and I lie down and just before going to sleep I read something. So I took one random book and read for about 10 minutes and then I had to put down the book. Now I don't know where is the switch. So I had to get up and see where is the switch. So when I looked at the switch, that bright light of that bulb, as if it has entered in me. It was so bright. And then I switched off and slept. And what happened was this. When I close my eyes, I see that light. When I open my eyes, I see the street lights. Again I close my eyes, I saw that bright light. Again I opened my eyes, I saw the street light. Eureka! The one who is illuminating the external world through the sense organs, and the one who is illuminating the impression words antapradnya is one and the same. But he is called as waker and dreamer because of the two upadhis. But ultimately he is the one. And this is for every one of us. It is not only for me. See, friends, we have to get rid of that wrong notion that we are one soul per body. No. There is one reality expressing through all the bodies. This 13th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, this second verse, you will see people bypass that because their market will go down. See what Bhagavan says? Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. Hey Arjun, I am alone expressing in and through all things and beings. See? I am alone expressing. But then what we are told, there is one jiva per body, then do papa, punya, go to hell, go to heaven, and last life, this life, next life, bluff oh bluff. Remember, we are studying Upanishad. We are studying Mandukya Upanishad. And the adhikari for studying this is Viveka, Vairagya, Shamadhi, Shataka Sampatti and Mumukshutva. If these qualifications are with us, you will be at home with these talks. If these qualifications are not there, you will get frustrated. Do you think whatever Mahatma said, don't cry, you are right, I am wrong. See? Therefore, Bhagavan very clearly brings about here. Tan manasa tatha sanskrutam chitrita iva pataha. Like some cloth is painted with some pictures, in the same manner, sadhana apeksha avidyam kama karmavihi prejramanam. There is no requirement of any objects because there are impressions on the mind. And then earlier habit of is the avidya kama karma. Not knowing, therefore desire and karma. So what could not be done during the waking, that we do in the dream. There was a man and he woke up in the morning and he was very happy. So the wife asked, what is the reason you are happy today in the morning? He said, you know, I had dreamed. My boss became my servant. And I was scolding him throughout the dream. Because in the waking he can never do that. So he fulfilled his desire of doing that in the dream. See, there are many examples given in the scriptures. There is nobody with you, yet you enjoy. See, there is nobody around, yet we become afraid. Oh God, the tiger has come and bounce on me. Therefore, these two experiences, waking and the dream, they are illuminated by the same principle. Because of the conditioning, they are referred as waker and dreamer. See how beautiful it is. Then some quotations are given. Asya lokasya sarvavataha matrapapadaya so pare deve manasi eki bhavati iti stutya atraishadeva swapne mahimanam anubhavati. Therefore, in the dream, we, the reality, the Brahman that we are, we enjoy the glory of the mind. Now, Indriya apekshayanta antastatvat manaha tad vasana rupa cha swapne pradnya iti anta pradnya. Vishay shunyaya pradnyayam keval prakasha rupayam vishayitvena bhavati iti tejasaha. Now, why it is called as the tejas? Because there is no object. It's only the knowledge. Mind is only knowledge. Now, in that knowledge, because of the impressions, there is an appearance as if there is something. like the mirror. In the mirror we see all the reflections, but there is nothing there. In the same manner, the mind which is carrying the burden of reflections, and those reflections are eliminated, and in the light of this pure consciousness, and therefore Tejasaha. It is Tejas Vishwasya Savishaytvena Prajnaya Sthulayam Bhojyatvam. And here the impressions are the objects of knowledge. Iha puna kevala vasana matra prajna bhojya iti pravivikto bhoga iti. So here only the impressions are experience, but actually there is no object which is ever experienced in the dream. In this manner, remaining it is the Saptangaha Ekonvinchati Mukaha, we have already seen that. Now after having said this, now we have to go to the third step, the Tritiya Pada. Darshana Adarshana Vrityoho Tattva Prabodha Lakshanasya Swapasya Tulyatvan Sushupti Grahanartham Yatra Supta Ityadi Visheshanam. Now in both the cases, waking and the dream, stage it is the same. Tattvasya Grahanam. In the waking, we do not know what we are, what is the world, we know nothing. We are living under the influence of ignorance. In the dream also, we are under the influence of ignorance. So both the states are common, and they are same like the waking and dream are same. So atra sushupti ityadi visheshanam. So third state, the deep sleep, sushupti, is also the same, but it has to be separated, and therefore traishu api sthaneshu tattva apratibodha lakshana svabha avishta iti purvabhyam sushuptam vibhajyate. Now be attentive. Waking is also an experience of ignorance. The dream also is experience in ignorance, but the difference is, in waking, it is a specific knowledge. In the dream, it is a specific knowledge. But in deep sleep, it is a common knowledge. Because in waking, I am a waker, mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, happy, unhappy, successful, unsuccessful. In the dream, the same story. There also I am mother, father, brother, husband, wife, successful, unsuccessful. So it is a specific knowledge. But when we come to deep sleep, sushupti, it is samanya, it is a non-specific knowledge. Because in deep sleep, we are nobody, we are nowhere, we are never. The time, space, object and individuality is fully dissolved. Therefore, there is no effort. This has to be separated from the earlier two. Therefore, it is said, Athva trishu api sthaneshu tattva apratibodha lakshana svapaha avivishta iti. Avishishta is not specific. On the basis of this, I have been telling again and again, real spiritual practice is not becoming extraordinary. Remain ordinary. We don't have to become extraordinary. But normally what happens? We imagine, see, I don't take non-vegetarian, I don't know, I get up early in the morning. Who asked you? See our Mahamantra, who asked you? 99% times we talk when nobody has asked us anything. This thing I learned, why I am telling you this, so it is not only from the books I am talking. This happened in Badrinath many years before. That time I learned it. I came from the temple early morning, 4 o'clock, and there used to be one Amma there, Bhagavati, she is no more. I used to go and spend time with her, have nice cup of tea. She was a Nepali Amma, very old, and whole Bhagavatam was kanthastha, she knew everything. And she used to chant, very loving. So I went to her, I said, Amma, I am going to stop giving lectures. Too many lectures I have given. So she started laughing. I said, why are you laughing? Is it a joke? He said, who asked you? Did Narayana ask you? Give a lecture or don't give lecture? Did I ask you whether you want to give lecture or not? Who asked you? Whose question you are answering? Is it not our own story? We keep on telling, actually, you know what happened? Who asked you? The day you catch this point, you don't have to struggle to observe Maunam. See? Therefore, our happy mantra, don't take them as jokes. See? They are a mantra born out of Sakshatkar. It's very simple. Therefore, Swapaha avishishta iti purvabhyam susuptam vibhajyate. So the deep sleep is separated from the earlier two, although they are the expressions of the same avidya, yet it is the non-specific experience. Now, the fifth mantra, yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate na kanchana sapnam pashyati tat sushuptam sushupti sthane eki bhutaha प्रज्ञान घनः एव आनंदमयः हि आनंदभुक् चेतोमुखः प्राज्ञः तृतीय पादः. This is the third step. Steps are meant for climbing. First, we have to leave the step body identification. Then we come to the mind level, jiva level. Then we have to give up the jiva level, come to the deep sleep. Non-specific experience. Ya nisha sarvabhutanam tasyam jagrati sayyami yasyam jagrati bhutani sa nisha pashyato munehe. Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. To this relative world, the ignorant people are awake, but the wise person is not awake to this relative world. And to the absolute truth, the wise man is awakened, but the ignorant person is sleeping to the absolute truth. See, friends, therefore, deep sleep is a trailer of realization. See, we'll come further. It's very beautiful. Yatra suptaha na kanchan kamam kamayate na kanchana sapnam pashyati. Where there is no desire and there is no dream. Desire is the foundation of the waking experience. And the dream, we know, dream is only the dream. So, when it is said, suptaha, in the deep sleep experience, there is no desire, therefore there is no waking experience, and na kanchana sapnam pashyati, there is no dream, tat sushuptam. That is the experience of the deep sleeper or the prajna. See. Now, sushupti sthana eki bhutaha. Now, what happens in the dream? I mean, deep sleep. Be very attentive. We are all in the light. So, all are seen distinctly separately. Imagine. Let it not happen. Light goes. Absolute darkness. So, although separateness is there, yet it will be covered by the darkness. And then the experience will be as if it is a homogeneous one mass. But behind that homogeneous one mass, the differences are still existing. Exactly the same way, in the deep sleep, all the impressions on the mind, all the achievements and failures in this world, they are already there. But because of the covering with the covering of the darkness of ignorance, as if they are becoming dissolved, but they are not becoming dissolved. They are still there. See, otherwise sleep will be the realization. See, it can't be. They are still there. We can't continue sleeping 24/7. So again, when we are awake, again the covering of the ignorance will cover and we will be lost in this world. See, now how is the covering? Covering, how to remove this? Objects cover the sense organs. Take this simple example. When I give importance to different colors and forms, and get lost so much in that I go away from my vision. See? For the first time when we get the glasses, that time we are not able to see properly. We don't know what is happening. There is headache and we can't read properly. So we start using our biceps for the control of the focal length of the eyes. So we keep here, keep there. Now what we are doing? See? Something wrong. Then we go to the doctor. And doctor then tells, can you read this? No. He increases the font size. Now can you read this? No. He makes it the maximum that he can. Can you read now? No. How come? He said, I don't know English. Now tell me, to that dumb fellow, what the doctor can do? See, he is not testing the knowledge of English. He is testing whether your eyes are functional or not. See, so when we are lost in the worldly objects, these worldly objects cover the sense organs. When we are the slaves of our sense organs, the sense organs cover the mind. When we are under the influence of the personal likes and dislikes, Raga Dvesha covers the discrimination, the wisdom, intellect. And when we are too logical, cause effect, we get lost in that and the Chetana is covered. See friends, so what is the spiritual practice? Go step by step. Undue importance to the worldly objects has to be dropped. Undue pampering of the sense organs has to be dropped. See? The other day I was somewhere, so in some place, probably it was in Varanasi. So, very long walk we had and I was tired. So my host said the servant, and she said, Swamiji, I want to pamper your feet. I said, what is this pampering the feet? Are you doing good tickling or what? He said, no. I have told this fellow he will do nice massage and you will feel relieved and you will be very, very having nice sleep. I said, I can sleep even during giving lectures. What you challenge me? So we are pampering our sense organs. Control them. See? Then only we are practicing this Mandukya Upanishad. Therefore, Yasmin Kale Sushupta Sthane Eki Bhutaha Prajnana Ghanaha. Therefore it is Prajnana Ghanaha, only knowledge alone. And therefore is only one experience, and therefore Eva Anandamaya is only Anandamaya, only bliss. But Nahi he Anandabhuk. Therefore, what is the experience in the deep sleep? Object of experience is Ananda and Cheto Mukaha. And from here, all the other waker and the dreamer, they come out. Therefore, this is the mouth or the origin or the beginning of the Chetana, Tritiya Padaha. This is the third step. Now we will take the exhaustive commentary. Yatra yasmin sthane kale va sudutvo na kashana swapnam pashati na kanchana kamam kamayate nahi supte purvayo eva अन्यथा ग्रहण लक्षणम स्वप्न दर्शनम कामो वा कश्चन विद्यते तदेतत् सुषुप्तम स्थानम अस्यति सुषुप्त स्थानः. So unlike the waking and the dream, there is no desire for the worldly objects and there is no imaginary enjoyment of these non-existing objects. These two things are totally absent. This state is called as the sushupti or the deep sleep. Now, sthana dvaya pravibhaktam manaspanditam dvaita jatam tatha rupa parityage tatha rupa aparityage aparityagena vivekapanna naishatam mograsaha iva Saprapancham eki bhuta iti uchyate. So, in this deep sleep experience, there is no spandan of the mind. Mind is quiet. Be attentive. Quiet mind means that mind which is not divided into knower and the known. Because the mind is not divided into knower and known, there is no effort. Wherever there is effortlessness, happy-go-lucky. Therefore, in the deep sleep, the experience is because there are no efforts. Wherever there are efforts involved, either the waking or the dream begins. See? Therefore, there is absence of this स्वप्रपंच एकीभूतम इति उच्यते. अतः एव स्वप्न जागरण मना स्पंदनानि प्रज्ञानानि घनीभूतम इव सा इयम अविवेकावस्था रूपत्वात् प्रज्ञान घन इति उच्यते. And therefore in this state the swapna and the dream and the deep waking are completely dissolved because the mind is quiet, and therefore it is a state of absolute ignorance or aviveka. Viveka is the discrimination. There is no discrimination between the waker and the waking world, dreamer and the dream world. And therefore, yatha ratro naishena tamasa avibhajyamanam sarvam ghanamiva tadvat prajna ghanamiva. So why prajnana ghana? Like in the deep sleep, everything is like in the night. Everything is there, but because of the darkness, it appears there is only one. In the same manner, everything is as it is, no change. But because of the ignorance, it appears as if there is only not this prajnana, there is no otherness. Therefore, now मनसः विषय विषयी आकार स्पंदन आयास दुख अभावात् आनंदमयः आनंद प्रायः न आनंद एव. Be attentive. Anandamaya here means there are different degrees of happiness. See, happy, very happy, extremely happy. See, degrees. Some examples to make this point. Suppose you are thinking of eating something what you like. I am afraid of giving example. Because when I give example, then somebody will send it to me. Swamiji, we heard that, and therefore take. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama. So I say, suppose I like object X to eat. Now there is nothing like X, so I am saved. So I like object X. And then I am thinking about that object X which I like. That is first step of Ananda. Then somebody sends me the lunch, and in that lunch I open the tiffin, praying to the Lord, open what is inside, and then that very object which I was thinking of is the higher degree of happiness. And then I eat. Aha! These are the degrees of happiness. But Ananda Matra. See, therefore here the word is Na Ananda Eva, not only bliss, but these are the degrees of happiness. Therefore, in deep sleep, it is a trailer of Paramatma. And our happiness is dependent on presence or absence of things and beings. If I want something, I get it, I am happy. If I don't want something, I get it, then I am miserable. But Ananda Matra is not contaminated by presence and absence of things and beings. Ananda Matra. That is our essential nature. Therefore, na Ananda eva atyantikatvad, because it is not extreme happiness, extreme bliss. Yatha loke, now here a beautiful example. Yatha loke nirayasa sthitaha sukhi ananda bhugyuchyate. When a person is relaxing effortlessly, so what is he doing? He is enjoying happiness. Happy go lucky. No ayas, no efforts. This is another very important principle. Wherever we are putting efforts, we are divorced from our natural state. See? Take for example, if we have asthma, the grandmother-in-law is called as asthma. Mother-in-law is called as saas. Then grandmother-in-law, asthma. When you have got asthma, you have to put efforts. It is abnormal. Because you are not normal, you have to put efforts. Similarly, those who are hard of hearing, they have to put efforts. And whenever we put efforts, number one, we are not normal. Number two, we are tired. Number three, we withdraw. Number four, we go to sleep in satsang. And for sleep, no efforts. See, ayasa, when it is said, yatha loke nirayasa sitaha sukhi ananda bhuguchyate. Therefore, wherever our life is effortless, we are happy. And therefore, remember this, the one who is putting efforts, is he real? See? I want to do this, I want to do that. Who are you? See? This is such a basic approach to spiritual life. Instead of worrying about the whole world and miseries, just point out who is miserable. Then you will come to know that there is somebody who is miserable. And when you investigate who is that buddy, this buddy is nowhere. So these non-existing entities, they are making us miserable. So when in the waking, the mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, etc., they are non-existing, they are making us miserable. In the same manner, Jiva, papoham, papo, karmaham. Where is the Jiva? Get rid of that Jiva virus from the head. There is nothing like Jiva. See? Therefore, here, yatha loke nirayasa sthita sukhi ananda bhuguchyate atyanta anayasa rupa hi iyam sthiti anena anubhuyate itya ananda bhug. And therefore, without any efforts, he is experiencing this. There are no efforts. In the waking and the dream, efforts are involved. But in the deep sleep, no efforts are involved. Now, swapnadi pratibodha chetaha prati dvari bhutatva cheto mukaha. Now it is from the deep sleep, it is from the Anandamaya Kosha, it is from the Ishvara, the world comes out. Therefore, mukha, cheto mukha, it is the mouth where from, or the beginning, or the start where from the dream and the waking comes out. See, yesterday also I told you one very important point in this Upanishad. When I was taking tea in the evening before coming, this thought came, beautiful thought. We all have read sometime or the other Vishnu Sahasrara. So many names. Narayana, Krishna, Govinda, Vasudeva, Madhava. Names are many. Are we referring to many gods? No. Only one. In the same manner, here sometime Vishwa, sometime Vaishvanara, sometime Tejasa, sometime Hiranyagarbha, sometime Supta, deep sleeper, Prajna, sometime Ishvara. Because all these names are referring to one reality. Not many. Kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. See, I, with reference to the eyes, I am a seer. With reference to the speech, I am a speaker. So because of this, you say, how come you are a seer also and speaker also? You can be one. No, I am everything. In the same manner, the same reality, cause as well as effect. Because cause and effect are not different. Unmanifest is the cause, manifest is the effect. Deep sleep is unmanifest experience, and waking and the dream are the manifest experience. Therefore, deep sleep, supta, sushupti sthiti, is a causal state, and a cause is common. There are not many causes. देखो महाराज, therefore स्वप्नादि प्रतिबोध चेतः प्रति द्वारीभूतत्वा चेतोमुखः बोधलक्षणं वा चेतो द्वारं मुखम अस्य स्वप्नाद्यागमनं प्रतीति चेतोमुखः. Or it is from here only the various experiences of the dream and the waking begin. Therefore, bhuta bhavishyat jnatritva sarva vishaya jnatritvam asyeti prajnah. Now the supta is also called a prajna because this deep sleeper knows everything, the waking as well as the dream. See, Ishvara knows the causal state as well as the effect state. See, cause is subtle, effects are gross. Vision is subtle, colors and forms are gross. That which is gross is multiple, and that which are effects are multiple. That which is a cause is singular. Sounds are multiple, hearing ability is singular. Sense organs are multiple, mind is singular. Thoughts are multiple, intellect is singular. Intellect manifest, unmanifest, chetana, life is ever the same. No manifestation, no unmanifestation. Think. Therefore, it is prajnaha. Sarva vishaya jnatritvam asya iti prajnaha, the knower of everything. Sushuptaha api hi sarva bhuta sushuptaha api bhuta purvagatya prajna uchyate. And therefore, although it is in the deep sleep, he is knower of everything, and therefore he is called as the prajna. Athava prajnapti matram asya avadharanam avasadharanam rupam iti prajna. Or it is only the non-specific knowledge, and therefore he is called as the prajna. Soyam tritiya padaha. This is the third step. This is in Vedanta Shastra, it is called as the avasthatraya vivek. When we talk about something and we collect the data, but if the data is incomplete, and if we draw conclusions on the incomplete data, it cannot be valid. So when we talk of life, life includes the waking, the dream, the deep sleep. But when we write autobiography, in that autobiography, we include only the waker. What about the dream and the dreamer and the deep sleeper? Either write the biography of a dreamer or don't write the biography of a waker. See, friends, it has to be complete. Hey, Maharaj. And what is the biography? I was born there, I don't know why, but I was born. And you start writing all rubbish. Hey, Maharaj. In front of me, there is a book of Prem Puri Maharaj, Brahmasmi Mala. See? Nayamatma balahini na labhyaha. This is not for the weaklings. See? Therefore, this is the Tritiya Pada. So, yes, lead your life as a waker, but how? Karnataka. But how to do the Nataka like what you are doing now? Exactly the same way. While listening the satsanga, aham brahmasmi. After the satsanga was over, aham brahmosmi. Again come back to the same tamaku chuna ragdo aur khao. Hare Ram, Ram, Ram. Get out of that wrong notions. And this can be done only by one technique. And the technique is Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Leela means Karnataka. Don't become too serious. See, I have seen many people, the so-called spiritual people are more miserable than the average people. Because Swamiji, Bhagwan kab milega? He is not going to come to you. He told me. Na kuch pana hai. Just understand this. The joy of renunciation is far superior than the joy of possessions. Give it a try. See? Suppose you are very much fond of some particular thing. Addicted, smoking for example. Smoke for not a day or two, but for years, 30, 40 years. And one day, whatever may happen, you stop smoking. And then observe the joy that you gathered smoking thousands and millions of cigarettes in last so many years, and the joy that you have by renunciation of the smoking is far superior. Is it not our experience, the happiness that we have going here, going there, seeing that, seeing this, and the joy that we have in deep sleep? Is it even comparable? See, once I was in Switzerland with my friend. His two daughters, they were small, now both of them are married. So husband and wife, husband was driving the car and wife was driving the husband, and I was sitting behind in the center, and both side two daughters were sitting. So the wife was giving commentary, somebody see how beautiful it is. I said, yes, I have seen it 10 times, very beautiful it is. Now the two girls, they were tired, so they were sleeping, both of them were sleeping on me like this. Swamiji, wake them up. I said, why? See, we have spent so much of money to see, but they are not seeing. I said, their happiness is superior than outer happiness. Recognize this. The joy of renunciation is far superior than the joy of indulgence. न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशो परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायां विभ्राजते तद्यतयो विशन्ति. And how it can happen? Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitartha Sannyasa Yogat Yataya Shuddha Sattvaha Te Brahma Lokeshu Paranta Kale Paramrutat Parimuchanti Sarve. Parimuchanti Sarve. We transcend this relative world, although we are functioning in the relative world. You don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to gain anything in your life. We don't have to give up anything in this world. See the joy. But we have that. When will I get God darshan? Bhagwan kaise dikhte? Now, in this manner, this is the Tritiya Padaha. So, Jagrat, Sapta, Sushupti. Sushupti is the beginning, Cheto Mukhaha. So, from this, in Sushupti, everything is there but unmanifest. Like, be attentive, like in the ocean, all the waves are there but they are unmanifest. Waves do not come on the ocean from outside. All the ornaments are there in the gold but unmanifest. Therefore, when waves come on the ocean or ornaments are made out of the gold, there is nothing added. And when the ornaments are melted back to the gold or the waves go back to the ocean, there is no loss. Therefore, na kuch pana, na kuch kona. मुझे भगवान का दर्शन कब होगा? I said, look here, imagine I am Bhagwan. हो गया दर्शन? What next? स्वामी जी आपकी क्या सेवा करूं? Really, you want to do seva? Go for good. Don't come again. See, friends, till such time, I want this, I want that. Even God's darshan is a bondage. See, don't get carried away by that crying type of stories which are told. See, but you'll see in such places, you'll get huge crowds. So you go at home, you are crying. Come to satsang crying, arey? At least here you should laugh for a change. Constantly miserable, no. Now, this pradnya, he is further elaborated in the 6th mantra. Esha sarveshwaraha, esha sarvajnaha, esha antaryami, esha yonihi sarvasya prabhava pyayohi bhutanam. Now this pradnya is sarveshwaraha. He is the Ishvara of everything. Now see, pradnya is referred at the causal body level. Now this pradnya is sarveshwaraha. Ishvara is with reference to the total creation, and pradnya is with reference to the individual life. Therefore, in deep sleep, pradnya and Ishvara are one, because in that case, there is no differentiation of knower known. Is it not our experience? Our waking lives are different from each other. Our dreams are different from each other. But in deep sleep, we are all one. See? Once we were in Calcutta, and early morning, maybe 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, we were coming from the Durga Puja Pandal. About half a dozen boys and girls were with me, because I don't know Bengali, so they used to help me. And on our way somewhere, before we got into the transport, there were so many people sleeping on the footpath. They said, Swamiji, you are not talking anything. I said, okay, I will talk now. Now you are seeing all these things, yes. Look at it and make one comment. Don't give lecture. There are boys, there are girls. Okay. Oh, there are some animals also. Very good. Oh, they are all tired. Everybody give comment. Very good, let's go. No, you give comment. I said, my comments are abnormal. What is that? Now here, the man is not a man, the woman is not a woman, the dog is not a dog, the cat is not a cat. Eki bhavati. Where all differences divide and disappear. Be attentive. Where all differences disappear, how can there be a difference between Ishvara and Pradnya? Therefore, as from the deep sleeper Pradnya, our individual world comes out, in the same manner, from the Ishvara, the whole world comes out. Like our world, individual world, where does it go? It goes back to us. Similarly, the total world goes back to Ishvara. So what should be our focus? Focus is, we are one. Whether with reference to individuality, we are called Pradnya. With reference to totality, we are called Ishvara. And be attentive, both these things are supported by the common factor. When the Upadhi conditioning is that of the individuality, it is referred as Pradnya. When the conditioning is of the totality, the same reality is referred as the Ishvara. When the conditioning is that of the father, the man is referred as the son. When the conditioning is that of his son, the same man is referred as the father. So it is the conditionings which are referring differently, that there is a different Vishwa and Vaishwanara, and then Tejasa and Hiranyagarbha, then the Anandamaya Kosha, Pradnya and Ishvara. These are not two, they are one. They are referred as two because of the conditioning through which it is expressing. See, the waking body, the waker, the gross body, and the gross world, can they stay independent of each other? See, friends, gold itself is the ornaments. In the same manner, the five great elements are themselves the gross body. Our gross body cannot exist independent of the five great elements. Like the ornaments cannot exist. If you remove the gold, can they exist? They are one. The differences are because we give undue importance to the names and the forms. Focus attention on the substratum. Whether it is the idol of Rama or Ravana, it makes no difference. One of my jeweler friend in Thane, once he took me for inauguration of his new shop. And then after all the formalities over, he says, Sanjay, I am not going to give you, I just want to ask you. What is that? I have got two statues, Rama and Ravana, which you will take? I said, imagine, I am a Babaji, what I will take? You will take Rama. I said, now listen from me. Tell me which is heavy. Keep both Rama and Ravana with you. I am interested in gold. See, friends, the day you recognize this, you are leading a life very light. No more burden of spirituality. See? Otherwise, how much burden we Babajis carry? So many kinds of marks here and there, and Duniya Bhar ki mala, Rudraksha mala, and this mala, that mala. See, friends. And they ask me these questions. This happened in Kathmandu. After our darshan was over, we all came out from the temple, and the shopkeepers are very smart. They have seen that these people are coming with me. Immediately he took one chair from the shop, kept it outside, and Maharaji, aaiye baithiye, please sit down. So I said, he got a cup of tea for me. So tea I can take anywhere. Then others thought that he is known to me, but I didn't know him. And then he had a Rudraksha shop. That was the investment of 1 cup of tea. And then all the lot went into that shop. And Swamiji, what should we buy? I say, buy anything. It makes no difference. So one lady got one mala, one spatika bead, then Rudraksha, and then Tulasi. These three alternatively. Swamiji, what is this? I said, you ask. He said, no, you ask Swamiji. I said, this is a hybrid mala. And what is the meaning of this? I said, when you touch this spatika, you will get wealth. Really, Swamiji? I said, yes. Then, if you touch Rudraksha, your wealth will be lost. Then you touch the Tulasi Mala, you will start crying. Krishna, we are not here to suffer. Life is a celebration. See? Therefore, Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Sarvajna, Esha Sarvantarayami, Esha Yoni Sarvasya. From this Anandamaya Kosha, Prajna or the Ishvara, everything comes out, remains, sustained, goes back to it. In technical terms, like example I gave you the other day, depending upon the conditioning, expressions are different. If the fire is applied to the water, only heat will be absorbed. But if the same fire is applied to the wood, both heat and light will be absorbed. This Jada Chetana, the experiencer and the experiencer, they are two differentiated only because of the conditioning. But the one which is conditioned is unique. It is one without a second. Therefore, the rule is aupadhik anekata is always an illusion. It doesn't exist. See, what can be done when you stand in front of the mirror? There should not be any reflection in the mirror. Can you stop it?
No.
You cannot. In the same manner, you cannot stop body identification. It will happen. Then what is to be done? The same thing, what we do with the reflection in the mirror. We see the reflection in the mirror, and the bird or the dog also sees the reflection in the mirror. But what is the difference? The bird thinks that the reflection in the mirror is real, and then starts fighting because dvitiyat vai bhayam bhavati. Starts fighting. See? And yet it doesn't go. Then he comes to sadhana. He'll be doing yoga. And after doing yoga, open the eyes. Oh, it's still there. I don't know what to do. I think I should do pranayama. He does pranayama. And yet open the eyes. Oh, it's still there, not gone. What should I do? I think I should do the japa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Oh God, still there. Om Namah Shivaya is not helping me. See? Then I think I should do charity, dana dharma. Let me wash the mirror. Let me dry the mirror. See, friends, this is our spiritual life. As a bird may struggle throughout his life, he cannot do anything to his own reflection. In the same manner, the body identification will happen. But are you taking it really seriously that it is real? Or are you taking it like an actor on the stage? Therefore, Mahamantra, Karnataka. See, friends, don't make spiritual life as punishment. The other day somebody came at me, and then again after going, I don't know, whenever I do mantra chanting, it becomes too much, my mind turns here and there. I should stop doing japa. See, don't lead your life mechanically. Lead your life intelligently. Focus is on the equanimity of the mind. See, it is not a punishment. जपा करो, खाना नहीं मिलेगा. अरे, see, there was a child and he had this problem. He has to do the puja in the house. Without that, he will not get anything to eat. One day in the morning, he went to his friend's place, enjoyed game in the morning, and forgot about the puja because it was Sunday. And then his friend's mother also gave him something to eat. He was very happy. Came home, and then the mother started, today somebody is not going to get food because puja is not done. Now this fellow has eaten already. Who cares? See, friends, भगवान दर्शन नहीं देंगे, मत दो. Who wants? See, friend, this is so simple spiritual life. Don't make yourself miserable. Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Sarvajnaha, Eshontararyami, he the inner controller. So, not only controlling the laws of nature, but also controlling all the functions of our body. Esha Sarveshwara, Esha Antaryami. See, Brahma, Paramatma and Bhagavan. These are the three words used to indicate the same reality. Vedanta, what calls as Brahman, is called as Paramatma by the yogi and is called Bhagavan by the devotees. So, Brahman is Nirguna Nirakar, the Paramatma is Saguna Nirakar, and Bhagavan is Saguna Sakar. So here Sarvantaryami is the internal controller, that is the guna, that is the quality. But he is Nirakar. And when it comes to the Saguna Sakar, Rama, Krishna, Govinda, Hanumanji, Devi, they have got both the form as well as the attributes. But the reality is the same. Is the one reality expressing in different ways because of the conditioning through which it is manifesting. Esha Antaryami, Esha Yonihi Sarvasya. This is the Yoni, this is the origin of everything. Prabhava Peyohi Bhutana. Therefore, the creator, sustainer, and the withdrawal, everything happens in this reality. That is, you called as Ishvara or you called as the Prajna. And the Ishvara, Prajna are two because of the two conditionings. In the individuality, Prajna, totality, Ishvara. And this is all when we are having a reference to the creation. If there is no reference to creation, Paramatma is neither the Ishvara nor the Prajna. When I am not married, I am neither the husband, nor the son-in-law, nor the father-in-law. When there is no reference. What is the reference? Individuality versus totality. When this reference of individuality versus totality is valid, then only Ishvara and Prajna comes into play. But when Jiva Jagat Ishvara, these three things are deleted, here it will come subsequently. Na nirodho na cha utpatti na baddho na cha sadhakaha na muktaha na mumukshurvai ittesha paramarthata. Nothing is created, nothing is destroyed, nobody is born, nobody dies, nobody is realized, nobody wants to realize. Relax. What a joy it is. See? The more we understand this principle, the more happy you will be in your life. Om Namadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.